What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. So it's been, I'd say about a month, maybe a little longer, since I put a video. Lots happened with the tank. I actually made a video a couple months back, I would say now, and I was seriously considering taking everything down, but I do live in Michigan, and with the winter, it's just made things almost impossible. The month of December has been like bitter cold, and it's just nearly impossible to move a tank like this or break it down and sell everything. I have been getting rid of some coral, and I do have actually someone that wants my Harlequin tusk, which is a good thing. So lately I've just been trying to simplify the system, and everything's stabilized, everything's happy, but it was a really busy holiday season, and actually tomorrow I'm flying out, I'm going on vacation, so I've been doing a couple things, getting everything ready so I don't come back to a tank with floating fish. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, everything's controlled via the Neptune Apex, so I can keep an eye on it from wherever I am. But I've been doing a couple things to it lately that, trying to perk things up, and it's been working actually. I'll take you around the tank and give you a little tour of what's been going on, but a lot of new growth. I did lose a lot of color over the past couple months just because of just being busy and not doing I really do not do water changes, but I kind of slacked off on my trace element dosing, so I've been getting back to that. And then actually I plan on when I get back from vacation doing like a 100-gallon water change just to replenish some of those elements that were lost in the tank. But overall, everybody's doing pretty good. I am excited to get rid of that Harlequin tusk. It's a awesome fish, visually just amazing looking fish, but it has eaten about 5 of my fish, so it's time for him to go. So he's a little too aggressive. Doesn't mess with the tangs, clowns, or the wrasses, but he did eat my 2 firefish. I had a diamond goby in there, he ate that. I tried another one and he ate that. So and then one of my Lyra-tail Anthias either was dying or something happened with it, but he ended up eating that too. So mixed feelings about him. I would say if fish only tank, just an absolutely great fish, but reef, not so much. I mean, it's risky, but he hasn't touched my cleaner shrimp, which I really don't understand. But so I did break down the 45-gallon rag tank. There's just no need for it anymore. And then what else did I do? I did sell some equipment off on eBay. I do have the 50-watt Pentar Aquatics high output UV sterilizer. I just ordered new unions for that, and I am planning on selling that. There's just really no need for it, but about a month ago I started testing the tank. Alkalinity was really low. I had to replenish some of my medium, my calcium reactor. So alkalinity dropped to about 7. It's back up to about 8 now. Calcium stayed about the same. Magnesium stayed about the same, but the alkalinity was really low. And also one thing that with this tank, and when I show you underneath, you'll understand, but nitrates do not exist in this tank. I've never had an issue with it. My skimmer with that 220 Reef Octopus Elite 220 SSS skimmer, that's ready for like 500 gallons. So I mean, it pulls out everything. And then on top of the fuge that I got going on with the Kessel, the nitrates do not exist in this tank. So it's actually that's the main problem that I actually have to battle, because I've been dosing potassium nitrate now for a couple weeks, trying to keep nitrates at about 1, and that's where I've been getting my color back in my coral and a little better growth. What else did I do? Oh, I was running 2 T5s on this tank. I shut those down. Now I'm just running on the Radions. So I have 4 XR15 Pros, G4 Pros, and 1 XR30 Pro. And that's more than enough for the tank. I mean, at the top where you see that SPS, I'm getting 300, 350, and my SPS are happy with that. I just saw, it really didn't see a need to run the T5s anymore, and plus they eat a lot of power because they were 5 foot. I mean, they pretty much pull about 2 amps when you're running just those 2 T5s, so save a little bit on the power bill. I've actually gotten better results without the T5. That's kind of weird, but it probably has something to do with my dosing and everything like that. But I'm really not sure at this point if I want to break this thing down and, you know, in a couple months when springtime comes. But I am looking at moving soon, so I guess for right now I'm gonna, you know, ride it out, and I do still enjoy it. I love looking at it. It is a lot of fun. And I've actually found myself, you know, going to my local fish store, picking up a few pieces of coral and stuff like that. So it definitely, in the future when I'm someplace a little more permanent, I definitely plan on doing a really large tank. So but other than that, everybody's doing good, happy. I've just trying to figure out everything that I need to do when I go on vacation, because I'll be gone for a week. So I don't want to lose all my progress that I did over the past couple months. So I got my Neptune system auto feeder that's going to run. I finally chopped up nori for the tangs, and then my roommate's actually going to feed 3 cubes a day, and then everything else is on dosers. So everything should be fine, and I can monitor it from where I'm at in case anything's wrong. So but I'll take out the tripod here and show you around, give you some shots of the tank, and it definitely is different from the previous videos, but everything's making a strong comeback. So the fish do love the camera, that's for sure. But these colonies right here, as you can see, the left side of that was dead, but it's coming back. I almost lost a whole colony, but that is definitely coming back. That stag back there is making a big comeback, and also this too. The left side of that was dead, and it's coming back. This is my Midas Bellinius. He's probably one of my favorite fish in the tank. But a lot of new growth on this SPS back here. This Undata down here is just taking over. That was a disc about 2 months ago, and it's working its way up the rocks. Pasillipora. Duncans are doing good. Some Monopora back there. The bird's nest. This colony of acro is just getting huge. Probably gonna start fragging that out. What else we got going on? This elegance is doing amazing. I've had this for over a year now, and I know some people have trouble keeping it, but I've never had an issue with it. So we'll take you guys down below and I'll show you what we got going on. So this is my LG. Hold on, let me adjust my tripod here, get a little more room. But it's a mix of Cheeto and Caulerpa. And I probably should trim this out, but as you can see, it's absolutely packed full. I can actually set a container on top of there and it'll sit on top of the water. Apologize for the mess around with the camera, but yeah, see, it's just packed in there. I'll stick my hand in there. I mean, thick green copepods everywhere, snails everywhere. I'll live by that Kessel. So if you're thinking about a good refugium light, go with that Kessel. Can't go wrong with it. It's amazing. I gotta clean out the skimmer before I leave. What else we got going on? Oh, here is that's my Pentar Aquatics UV sterilizer. So this will be for sale on eBay, so shoot me a comment in below. I'm gonna go on vacation. When I come back, I'm gonna take that down, but I actually do have a brand new bulb for it, and these fittings right here, the unions, I ordered some 2-inch unions off BRS to replace those because those are glued into my system. So whoever does buy it will be able to, you know, plumb it however they want it, because I have this plugged into a 1-inch output. So I am running the carbon, the Rox Carbon BRS. I do run a little bit of GFO. I probably don't need it. What else is going on? Oh, let's see. Let's go up here. Fans do not run anymore, which is good because it's winter time. I'm probably just gonna leave the T5s up here just in case I ever do feel like I need them. I could put some Actinics in there or something like that. But I did. I had these. I don't know if you can see them right up here. These Moonlights. There's 2 of them, and they're kind of pricey. I had them on my frag tank just to keep it lit at night so my wrasse didn't jump out. But it lights this whole 6-foot tank up. So I am thinking about, depends if I want to actually continue this tank for a while, but I might get those diffusers from Ecotech. But I have 4 XR15s and 1 XR30, and you're talking like, it's like $250 just for diffusers. I think that's ridiculous, but I watched the videos on them and people like them, so we'll see what happens. I did move that. That was a green Millie. I don't think it was getting enough light, so I glued that in there. Hopefully I can color that up. The Slimer in the back is starting to get very big, but this is split I don't know how many times. And I had these green bubble tips in here and I cannot get rid of them. They just keep splitting. So I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with it for now. The Gyres XF 250s, love those pumps. Never had an issue with them, super quiet. And then I got my auto feeder in here, ready for vacation, dumping nori. And I feed about 3 to 4 cubes a day. usually half and half, Prime Reef and then Formula One algae for the tangs. My fox face was very, very skinny. You can kind of see, you can see his spine right there. So, and I believe that Harlequin tusk is just so aggressive when it eats. I don't think he's getting food. So I've been dumping algae in there like crazy, trying to get him to fatten up a little bit, because there's no algae in this tank, absolutely none, not a spot. I did have dinos, I want to say 4 or 5 months ago. I ended up, I did some videos on that. I ended up killing it off, so it's gone. Haven't seen it since. This is actually reaching out, so I'm going to have to prune that back. I do not want that getting on my rocks, because the GSP will just take over. But I ended up finding some corals in here that I thought were gone, and they're actually growing. So that's a blue polyp Monopora cap that's growing upwards. So I'm just going to leave that be, let it do its thing. And then back there's actually a bird's nest growing. So, and see that. This guy's coming back. That's I think that's a red planet that's coming back. Red planet or strawberry shortcake, one of them. But yep, making a comeback. We're gonna keep going for at least a couple more months until the springtime, and then I'll make a decision what I want to do. So, but hey, thanks for sticking with me. It's kind of a longer video. Usually keep it pretty short, but figure I'd let you guys know what's going on, and if you have any questions or comments, you know, put them down below, and we'll see you guys next time.